Hello readers, this is my check-in for Mentalhealth-athon. It is May 7th, so it has been 1 week that I have been doing this, and I am some kind of reading machine, which is awesome. April was a little bit of a slow start for me, so we're doing good so far. I started and finished Furiously Happy, Girl Interrupted, and the Collected Schizophrenias for Mentalhealth-athon. Mixed feelings on some of those. Furiously Happy was great. Girl Interrupted was not my favorite. It wasn't what I expected it to be. There wasn't really a lot of talk about the borderline personality disorder. See, I don't even remember off the top of my head, which tells you how memorable of a book it was for me. And what was the other one that I mentioned? Collected Schizophrenias. See, it's been 7 days and I've read so many books. Collected Schizophrenias wasn't personal like I was expecting it to be. The writing was fine, it was good, but I expected a lot more reflection on like what it's like to have schizophrenia. It was missing a lot of heart, a lot of kind of her personality, which was disappointing. And outside of Mentalhealth-athon, I have an enormous pile of books. I started and finished Book of 1,000 Days. I saw this at a book sale recently, and I remembered starting it whenever I was in like middle school, and I could never remember the end, and it's one that's always kind of stayed on my mind. So I found it, I picked it up, read it in 2 nights. Hello. And I also started, I started Prozac Nation for Mentalhealth-athon. I'm only like a couple pages into it so far, but it's good. I'm expecting quite a bit out of this one, judging by the first essay. Or the intro, which is really kind of an essay on its own. And I am almost done with This Is All a Lie. This is also not a Mentalhealth-athon one. This is one that I started at the beginning of April, and it's one of my High Plains Book Awards books, so I'll talk about this more when I do a High Plains video, hopefully in the next month or so. I still have 2 books left to read for it. The cover, the title is completely true. This whole thing is a lie, but it's also kind of great, so I don't know. I'll tell you more about this one later. Now for my other ones. I was supposed to read How to Grow an Addict, Hunger, and The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime this month. These 2 would be rereads. I will probably hold off on these until the end of the month, because I just found a lot more books that weren't on my list, but that I totally want to read. I was on Goodreads and found a list of like 10 mental health related books that I really want to get into. Only 4 of them are available at my library. I just finished picking up 3. There is When the Rabbit Howls, a first-person account of multiple personality, memory, and recovery. So that looked interesting. Madness, A Bipolar Life, and The Quiet Room, A Journey Out of the Torment of Madness. This one, suicide attempt, schizophrenia, hospitalizations, halfway houses, so this looks really good. One of them that was not available that I was most excited to read was a book on Munchausen's? I'd have to look it up and double check the name on that. That one looked really good. It's about the child of a mother that had Munchausen. You okay, dude? He's got 3 legs, so he stumbles, but he's good. This is Dimitri, by the way. The one at the beginning of the video was Amadeus. I've introduced you all to them before. My last book, I just got Sparrow in the mail today, so I will go ahead and get this started. This is the group book for Mentalhealth-athon. So it's young adult, which, like I said before, is not one that I read a lot of, but I am excited for this. Although, Book of 1,000 Days, I would actually label it as middle grade. And even being middle grade, I actually really, really enjoyed this. It is based off of a fairy tale. It's a lesser known Grimm's fairy tale. Maid Maline. I have some Grimm's fairy tales. I want to look for it, see if I can find out what the original story for this is like. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It is about 10:45 a.m. as I'm filming this. I just got off work like 2.5 hours ago. Between my husband being gone for the week and kids at the treatment center are having a tough go of it the last couple days, I'm like kaput emotionally right now. So you'd think that mental health would be the last thing that I would want to read about, but it's really giving me what I need right now. I mean, reading itself as a coping skill, and then just learning more about these illnesses, and especially Furiously Happy was awesome. The humor of it, humor is an amazing coping skill, at least for me it is. And just her talk about anxiety and depression was awesome. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Say goodbye to the kitty cat. I will check in with you all in another week, and then probably go ahead and air this, and then do my wrap up at the end of the month. Welcome to Montana. We are apparently having an early summer over here, so it is gorgeous, and I actually get to spend some time outside. I just got off work. I am absolutely exhausted, even though it's only 9 a.m. So I'm going to try and make this short. It has been 1 week since the beginning of this video, so it is May 14th. I am halfway through the Mentalhealth-athon, and it's still going really, really well. I finished my last chapter or so in The Science of Evil. The last chapter is really, really, really good. It wraps everything up really well. Talks about some prison studies, kind of summarizes the different empathy scales, or the empathy spectrum. It's been a couple weeks since I finished this because I forgot to include it in that first video, and my brain is a little dead right now, so I don't remember exactly what the last chapter all included, but it was good. I recommend this for some awesome nonfiction, especially on empathy studies, which I'm now really, really interested in. I started and finished The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. This was not my favorite. Like, it's a good book. It's a 4-star read for me. But the autistic voice was just kind of annoying for me, but it's a good story. It's a very well done book. I would recommend it for anybody. Yeah. So this was quick. I finished most of my mental health books in about 2 days. So I am just on a roll this month, and the roll keeps going. So this is good. I finished Sparrow. This is the group book. It was so good. I have a review for it, which I will link down below. I also talk about my anxiety in that review. I don't often feel like I connect with characters. Like, I think I'm more invested in plot lines and writing styles than I usually am in characters, but Sparrow is an amazing human being. I saw so much of myself in her. It was really good. It was a really quick read. The therapy representation in this is amazing. Again, check out my review on this. Recommend this for anybody. Like, I think just about anybody would be able to read this book, and I don't say that lightly. I finally finished This Is All a Lie. Again, I will talk more about this whenever I do a High Plains Book Awards review. I have 2 other books to read for that. I have mixed feelings on it. Like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. It was good. It was weird. It was a little meandering. I'll talk about it more in another video. And currently, I have not made a ton of progress in Prozac Nation. I'm not quite halfway through on it yet, but I am enjoying it. I think it's just going to be a slower read for me, but the writing is really good. I am really enjoying this. I don't know. Hopefully I can finish it and get my thoughts a little more together on this in the next 2 weeks. And I am so close to being done with The Quiet Room. This is another schizophrenia representation read. I thought I was going to finish it last night at work, but I was just not quite in the mood. I was feeling kind of antsy. I wanted to get up and move around and couldn't quite get in the reading mood last night. But this is so good. I'm almost done. It's a nonfiction. In my experience with biographies and with memoirs, I would say it's more of a memoir style in how personal it is. But it is a mix of an autobiography and a biography. Some of the chapters are from the perspective of the author. Some of the chapters have the perspectives of her mother, her brothers, her father. There's even a couple of chapters from her doctors. So you kind of get a look at this situation both inside and outside of the schizophrenic mind. It is so powerful and so amazing. I definitely recommend this. This, for me, The Quiet Room was everything that I thought the collected schizophrenias would be and ended up not being. So I loved this. This is definitely one of my favorite books for Mentalhealth-athon by far. So that's where I'm at right now. Again, welcome to Montana. I will show you around my backyard for a quick second here, and you might be able to see my cat in the window. I don't know. And a bird feeder that the birds don't use. And we're back. Let me know down in the comments how you are all doing this month. It has been gorgeous in Montana. If only I didn't work night shifts and could actually enjoy more of the sunshine. But I'll try and get some sunshine today while I'm up. What else have I had going on this month? Ooh, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. And my cat is also getting a haircut, so that'll be exciting. I decided I'm going to go shorter. I'm going to be brave. I've always wanted to go much shorter, do like a pixie cut style. And I've never been brave enough to do it, but I think I'm gonna go for it. And Amadeus is getting a lion cut because it's hot outside and cat haircuts are expensive. So if I'm gonna pay that much money for him to get a haircut, then I might as well do a fancy haircut. I'm not normally a lover of the lion cut, but he's a fluffy orange cat, so like, what else can I do? Yeah, that's kind of it for me this month. I really don't have that much going on in my life outside of the books, which, like I said, the books are going so well. I am on a roll. I'm loving it. How many books have I even... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Somewhere between 9 and 11 books now, I think. I will have to recount. My wrap-up at the end of the month, I might turn into 2 separate videos just because of the sheer number of books that I've been reading, plus a separate May wrap up for the non-mental health-athon related books. So we'll see how that goes. I might have a lot of videos at the end of May. Yeah, have a wonderful May. Have a wonderful May 14th. And have a wonderful May 15th, because that's when this review, or when this vlog will be going up. Like, subscribe, be my friend, comment down below, and be awesome. Thanks.